Jens, first of all, how's the team news looking? Any chance of any players back for this one?
Paul McGinn is back, and as I think I mentioned earlier, Welsh can't play, so that's news. And then we have Eli, Tom, Callum Hendry and Callum Slattery. They've been on the pitch this week, and we are hopeful that maybe one of them will be able to play, but that's going to be a late decision tomorrow.
I know Eli was called up by New Zealand. Is that just to see how it goes type of thing? This one?
Yeah, when you're called up, obviously they call up in good time because they have to. There are some dates, and then everyone is hopeful that he'll be ready for that. And then if he's ready for the game on Sunday, then he might go. And if he's not, then it's very unlikely that he will go with the national team.
A lot of people are intrigued as to how this game will pan out, how you'll set up. I know you've spoken elsewhere earlier in the week. You're going to win. Is that the key message you've been hammering home to the guys all week?
Yeah, it is, and it's the key message every time we go to play a football game. It is that we want to win, and we try to set up the team with the belief that they can win, and we try to play the way we play, with respect for the opponent and what their strengths are. And obviously Celtic is a top team that have many strengths that we have to deal with, but it's also a team that, as like everyone else, there are possibilities. If we find our best level, then we have, I think, the ability to hurt any team in the league, and then we'll see over 90 minutes plus a few extra if we are good enough at keeping them away from creating big goal chances enough to score many goals, because I think that's the key, actually, how well we defend, because I trust our players to produce chances and also score goals. We've been able to score goals in most of our games, also against top opponents. So I'm convinced that if we do the defensive job well, then there's good possibilities for us to get points.
We spoke already about what you're building here and the excitement that you're generating. If you were to go to somewhere like Celtic Park and get a result and a performance, what would that do for the players, and just buying in and underlining what the progress and where you're heading with the squad?
No, I think if we do that, I think it's a step in the right direction, but the points are not valued higher at the end of the day when the league is finished. They are worth the same as points in the other games, but obviously a top performance against a top team is always something that grows the confidence and the belief within the squad, the staff, and also the fans. So it's something we are pushing them hard to be able to do, and I think we've had good progress since we started here, and I think we've had a good build-up and lead-in up to this game in particular, and we're in a very good place. Would have been fantastic having all our players available and in good shape, but I think the guys who are available are looking really good.
Is this they're obviously coming back on the back of a disappointing result last night in Europe? Is that a good time to be catching them?
Maybe. I think the most important thing is to focus on how we get the best out of our players, and then we know no matter how well a Celtic perform or not, there are possibilities in the game for us. We need to catch them, and that's the key for us. They've had so much continuity within the staff and also many of the players, so they know very well how they need to tweak and adjust a few things if they have a feeling that things are not at the sharpest, which they might have the feeling right now, or the last couple of games, that there are things they can improve. And I think they don't need 3 or 4 weeks of training to adjust that, because they have so much knowledge and know exactly where to fine-tune things, which obviously is an advantage when you've been together for a while. So I think it's likely that we will see an even sharper Celtic team on Sunday than the team we saw last night.
it was a tough night for Scottish teams last night in Europe. As someone who's not that long into the Scottish game, what's your overall early impressions of how strong the game is in this country?
I think the game is in more clubs improving and developing. And then right now we're probably not seeing the top teams at their best. There's been a lot of change in the team. Rangers, both staff and players, Celtic players. And it always takes a little bit of time. And then I've said that before, there are obviously a lot they have to deal with external pressure as well, which makes it a little bit more difficult to go through that change. But I'm pretty sure that they will, in time, during this season, improve a lot and get back to the level where we also see them dominate games in Europe at the highest level.
Do you feel, Jens, that this is an opportunity for clubs like Motherwell and Hearts are doing well and Hibs to try and make an impact in the league, given you have said you expect teams like Rangers and Celtic to get stronger as the season goes on? Does it feel as if this is an opportunity where other teams in the league are trying to make a bit of a statement early on?
I think there's opportunities in any leagues every year if you do things right, and if you are consistent and brave and stick to what you believe is what will bring you success over time. And I think the most important thing is for us to focus on us, knowing that we are competing against clubs who have had more time together than us, who have more resources than us. It's no excuse to not be competitive and ambitious, and that's what we try to do. And we know it's going to be really, really hard to get a top position in the league when the league is over, but we are going for it with everything we can. And Sunday is going to be a big game for us to show that we are serious when we say we are here to compete.
Do you feel as if that a lot of the good work that you've done or the play from the team has kind of flown under the radar, given that a lot of the games have been draws, a lot of the attention and praise has been going to Hearts who have managed to get those wins apart from against yourselves? Do you feel as if the team, this is a platform to kind of properly show, if you get a good result, what you're all about?
No, I think we've had, from what I've seen now, I don't read or see all the media. I don't watch that much TV, and I don't read all the newspapers. I'm not a big user of social media either. But I have heard from my friend here on the side that we've had a bit of praise here and there. I have also been confronted with it from you and from when I've been on TV here and there, and also from colleagues, and that's always nice to get positive feedback. It's a lot more fun than the opposite. So I believe that people are giving us credit for what we're doing, and I hope that we can keep making people, and especially our fans, happy, keep growing, and then that we have something that we can show at the end of the season, where we have done something over time. Because one thing is to do something that looks good over 6-7 games, 10 games maybe, nice, but we haven't won anything, or we haven't really produced anything league-wise yet, except some good performances and a few good results here and there. But we want to do something throughout the season, and we want to push in the cups as well, see how far we can go there. So I hope that when we are in May and June, that we are in a positive place as well. That's the most important thing. And we know it's up and down. We know we can get into a run of 4, 5, 6 losses because the luck runs out, or the performances drop, or whatever, multiple reasons. And then we just have to remind ourselves that it's at the end of the day, when everything is concluded, when the season is over, that's where it counts.
You spoke about having belief to go to Celtic Park. How big has mentality been for you in terms of the squad, and from not just this week but in previous weeks when you first came in, to try and get the players to aim high and to almost raise their expectations and the targets as well. How do you go about doing that?
Well, I think it starts with all the little actions in the training ground and here, that we expect top performances every time they have to turn up or lay off or do a sprint or a cross. Then we don't settle for anything else than top level. And that's where it starts. And if we get all these little actions to a higher level, then we suddenly have something. Then we have a substance where everything is raised, and then the level of what we do in general raises. So it starts with all the little details: how we communicate with each other, how hard we work in the gym, what we eat at lunch, how much they sleep at night, how well are we prepared, and how willing are we to push each other when we can feel that it's a tough day today. I'm not at my best. Are we willing to push ourselves to get up there where we need to be, and are we willing to push each other? And I think the guys have been really, really positive in terms of their attitude towards getting pushed and pushing each other, and eager to learn and to develop, and that's key, that we stay there. Also, let's say we are good enough to get a win on Sunday, that we don't drop and feel happy and, well, we've done something special, because we haven't yet. We are building still. We're still early days, and we want to build something that will stand and not just a foundation that will wither away if we don't build anything on top of that.